Some diabetics get nervous around alcohol.
That's because there are some misunderstandings about what alcohol does to your blood sugar. It can get tricky.
But if you follow a few simple tips, you can enjoy it like everybody else.
Exactly. In this video, we talk about misconceptions around alcohol, share the tips we use, and tell you which alcoholic drinks are safest for us diabetics to enjoy.
And if you like what you see, give us a like and subscribe to our Simply Diabetes channel.
Diabetes sucks.
But at Simply Diabetes, we can help you manage your diabetes cheaper and easier.
We are not medical professionals. We are people with diabetes, just like you.
Welcome.
Do you drink? We do, socially.
Of course, it's not good to get drunk regularly, but a drink or two with friends or a nightcap here and there won't hurt.
Alcohol is to enjoy responsibly. There's nothing wrong with having some every now and then. We're adults and like some pleasure, why not? Just like with anything else, a little bit is fine and too much is a problem. You might think just because alcohol is a carb, it should raise blood sugar.
Many people think it does.
But it doesn't. In fact, it's the opposite. Pure alcohol lowers blood sugar. It used to be a treatment for diabetes before we knew about insulin.
Imagine a hospital ward full of very sick drunks. Thank goodness we understand diabetes better now. I heard alcohol makes you fat.
I heard that too. But it depends on what you drink. We all have seen very thin alcoholics.
But what about a beer belly? It's real. People who drink a lot of beer tend to be fatter.
Yes, but beer is not pure alcohol. It contains a lot of other carbs, and it's those carbs that make us fatter, not the alcohol. These hidden carbs also make our blood sugar go up by a lot.
Does it always work this way?
I'm not sure if it's always the case, but it does make sense. After all, many of the things we do to keep our sugar low also help us lose weight. So the reverse might be true as well.
Why does alcohol lower blood sugar?
It's because the liver is responsible for both metabolizing alcohol and managing blood sugar. Like many of us, it isn't great at multitasking.
Like me, I can only multitask one thing at a time.
Me too. So back to the liver. It focuses on alcohol because alcohol in large doses is a poison. It's a greater and more immediate danger than blood sugar.
So, if the liver is busy and alcohol lowers blood sugar, can we get our sugar low?
Yes, we can. Some people think they can treat a low with alcohol, and that's a really dangerous misconception. If you have a low, alcohol will lower the sugar further. This is more of an issue if you take some diabetes medications.
All the meds?
Not all the meds are the same. Insulin is the most dangerous one for drinking because alcohol can delay a sugar low. So you think you're fine, take your insulin, go to bed, and then the sugar level drops while insulin lowers it further. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Any med that stimulates your body to release insulin can also give you trouble. Talk to your doctor to find out more.
Metformin, Ozempic, Forxiga?
Less so, but still we need to be careful. That's why it is safer to always eat something while we are drinking. It's just safer this way. It doesn't need to be a huge meal. A handful of nuts, some veggies with a dip, things like that. Just to keep our blood sugar steady.
I've seen your dad with a sugar low. I thought he was drunk.
I remember that. The problem is that a sugar low and being drunk can look very similar. The same things happen to you in both cases. The person gets confused, slurs the speech, and has trouble with balance. All these can make people around you think you're tipsy. and you won't get help for your low. You can end up in a hospital where doctors might also miss the low. Not good.
So we need to keep an eye on blood sugar when we're having fun.
It's a lot easier if you have a continuous glucose monitor, a CGM. It monitors your blood sugar at all times and will alert you of a low before it gets dangerous. If you don't have a CGM, at least measure your sugar before going to bed. But that's not a perfect solution because your body is still fighting alcohol long after you fall asleep. So you can get a low several hours later.
Sugary drinks won't give you a low.
No, but they can give you a sugar high. That's also not good. It's like drinking pure orange juice or a glass of sugary soda. It raises your blood sugar quickly, and if you have a few, you might not even notice. It's a lot safer to skip these very high sugary drinks.
They taste good though.
If you never drink them and try them after a long time, they taste too sweet.
Some mixed drinks taste light. These are fine, right?
Taste like? What does that even mean? That you can't tell how much sugar the drink has? I would not rely on taste.
What if you really like some drink that is sugary? Can we do something?
You can talk to your bartender. I once had a mojito with half the sugar. They were happy to accommodate my request. It tasted different, but not bad.
Some people claim they know when their sugar gets low. Do people feel their sugar getting low while drinking?
I wouldn't count on that. It's hard enough to feel your sugar going low while you're sober. Sometimes the signs are very subtle. Now add to this the buzz you're feeling while drinking and the social aspect where you don't pay attention that much to how you feel. And you're in trouble before you know it.
Remember how we were surprised about our blood sugar after celebrating with alcoholic drinks? It happened a few times to us.
That's how we discovered that one drink is not the same as another. I have an idea. Why don't we show people how it works?
Okay. You mean we're drinking? I'm in. But what specifically do you have in mind?
We're going to have dinner and wait for 2 hours. Then we each measure our blood sugar and have a drink. Then we wait 30 minutes and measure again. We do it for 2 nights. One night we have a low carb drink like your ramen diet Coke or my cognac. The next night we have margaritas or ramen Coke or something.
Deal. Let's show your specific numbers since you have a continuous glucose monitor on all the time.
In this part of our experiment, I'm drinking ramen Coke. This has a lot of sugar, not just alcohol. So we are going to see in my CGM, Freestyle Libre, what the results of drinking this are. So here is what happened. My sugar was steady and suddenly it shot up like crazy. All from this one sugary drink.
Yikes. Let's see what that scotch will do.
I don't normally drink at noontime, but the things I do for science. In this part of our experiment, I am drinking scotch with ice. Cheers.
Look at this, no spike.
Exactly. This is why we avoid sugary drinks.
So, you're saying if we want to drink, we should drink pure alcohol. That doesn't sound very appealing.
No, I didn't say that. I said pure alcohol doesn't raise blood sugar. You can drink a lot of things as long as they don't have a lot of sugar in them.
So no daiquiri or margarita or other sweet cocktails.
Exactly.
Wine?
Dry wine is fine. Sweet wine is way too carby.
I like rum and Diet Coke.
That's a good choice. The rum is made from sugar, but it's fermented, so there isn't much sugar left. But there's a lot of flavor.
Particularly in the Demerara rum I like.
Exactly. And Diet Coke has no sugar. It's highly processed though, so it's not that great for you. And there are some concerns about artificial sweeteners. But we don't drink every day, so it's fine.
You like cognac.
That's another great choice. It's made from grapes, but again, the sugar has fermented into alcohol. The flavors are excellent in a good cognac, and I don't mix it with anything. Good cognac is expensive though, not frugal at all.
You're worth it though.
Thank you. Drinking in general is not frugal, but we need some fun too. There are other good choices for us like scotch, whiskey, tequila, gin, or vodka.
Beer?
Beer is too carby. We already talked about it earlier.
What about mixed drinks?
They are fine if you use low-carb ingredients. Bloody Mary, for example, can double as a veggie serving. Gin and diet tonic works as well, or tequila with a bit of lime. Where are you going?
I'm off to experiment with all those drinks.
What about you? What drinks do you enjoy? Will you change your choices after watching this video? Tell us in the comments.
If you found this video useful, give us a like and subscribe to our Simply Diabetes channel.
See you next time. Until then, keep your blood sugar in a healthy range.